Welcome back, guys. Today we'll be continuing the round of 32. So we're breaking down three massive World Cup clashes: Spain versus Austria, Portugal versus Croatia, and Switzerland versus Algeria. We'll look at each team's form, tactics, likely lineups, and explain why I think these matches could play out the way they do. Let's jump straight at it. Okay, so the first game is Spain versus Austria. Spain finished top of their group without conceding a single goal. They drew 0-0 with Cape Verde, beat Saudi Arabia 4-0, and edged Uruguay 1-0. On paper, that's impressive, but Cape Verde game exposed one weakness. When teams defend with 10 men behind the ball, Spain sometimes struggled to create clear chances. They had all the possession but couldn't break Cape Verde down. However, against Saudi Arabia, Spain played much quicker. Lamine Yamal constantly attacked defenders, Pedri controlled the midfield, Rodri dictated the tempo, everything clicked. Against Uruguay, Spain showed another side of their game. They didn't dominate, but they defended brilliantly and found a way to win. That's what championship teams do. Now here's the biggest update. Nico Williams is expected to miss the match through the injury. That's huge. Spain lose one of their fastest players and one of their best one-on-one dribblers. Luis de la Fuente will likely start Álex Baena instead. But Baena is technically excellent, but doesn't stretch defenders the same way Nico Williams does. Now let's talk about Austria though. Under Ralf Rangnick, Austria pressed aggressively and attacked vertically. They're one of the hardest working teams in this tournament. But there's a problem. Against Argentina, their attack looked sloppy. They barely created anything dangerous. Against Algeria, they scored 3 goals but also conceded 3 because their high defensive line kept getting exposed. That is dangerous against a team like Spain. If Austria get pressed too high, players like Lamine Yamal and Pedri will find space behind them actually. So, if they sit deep like Cape Verde did, they might frustrate Spain. But unlike Cape Verde, Spain naturally likes to press. That's why I think this matchup favors Spain. So, my prediction for this match is Spain 1-0 against Austria. Without Nico Williams, I think Spain creates fewer chances, but their defense has been outstanding throughout the tournament. Why? Because Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal is a combo. Without one of them, the team could just press in the other side and it's basically almost like a dead end, but very small chances for Lamine Yamal to create more chances. Now, the second match is Portugal versus Croatia. This is easily the match I'm looking forward the most. Portugal have shown two completely different sides. They struggled against DR Congo, destroyed Uzbekistan 5-0, then played a disappointing draw 0-0 against Colombia. That Colombia game worries me. Portugal started almost all of their biggest stars, Cristiano Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, Vitinha, yet they struggled to create clear chances. In fact, Colombia nearly won if their goal hadn't been disallowed. That tells me Portugal still have problems breaking down disciplined defenses. Another question is Cristiano Ronaldo. Against weaker opponents, he's still one of the best finishers in football. But against elite teams, he's no longer the player who can press defenders for 90 minutes or create chances by himself. Portugal now depend much more on Bruno Fernandes, Vitinha, and Rafael Leao to carry the attack. Croatia are exactly the type of team that can make life uncomfortable. They lost 4-0 to England because England attacked with pace. But after that, Croatia beat Panama and Ghana to qualify. This team is built around Luka Modric and Mateo Kovacic, controlling the midfield. They slow games down, they stay organized, they force opponents to become impatient. If Portugal can't score early, Croatia becomes more dangerous as the match goes on. The key battle here is Portugal's speed against Croatia's experience. If Rafael Leao gets isolated against Croatia's defense, Portugal have the advantage. If Croatia controls possession and slows the tempo, this match could become a completely different match. So my prediction for this match is Portugal 2 and Croatia 1, Portugal wins. But out of these three games, this is definitely the one I'm least confident about. So let's head on right to the third match. Now let's talk about what I think is the most underrated match of round of 32. Switzerland versus Algeria. Switzerland, coached by Murat Yakin, are one of the most disciplined teams left in this tournament. They beat Bosnia, beat Qatar, then drew with Canada. This team isn't flashy, they're organized, patient, compact defensively, and they rarely make unnecessary mistakes. The only concern is that they don't score many goals. Now let's look at Algeria. Under Vladimir Petkovic, Algeria had an up and down group stage. They opened the tournament with a 3-0 defeat to Argentina. Lionel Messi and Argentina were simply too much for them that day. But instead of collapsing, Algeria responded well. They beat Jordan 2-1 to keep their hopes alive. Then played one of the most entertaining matches of the tournament, a dramatic 3-3 draw with Austria that was enough to send them through as one of the best third teams placed. What impressed me wasn't the Argentina game. It was how Algeria bounced back after that heavy defeat. Their biggest strength is still their counterattack, with players like Riyad Mahrez, Said Benrahma, and Amin Gouiri. Algeria are at their best when they can sit back and win the ball, attack at speed. Their biggest weakness though, their defensive organization. Against Austria, they conceded 3 goals because once the game became open, they struggled to stay compact. Against Switzerland though, I don't think we'll see that kind of match. Switzerland prefer to slow the tempo. They'll keep possession, they'll try to control the midfield through Granit Xhaka and Remo Freuler. Meanwhile, Algeria will happily let Switzerland have the ball and wait for opportunities to counter. This is the classic battle of possession versus transition football. If Switzerland controls the pace, they should have the edge. But if Algeria score first and turn the match into an end-to-end game, Switzerland could be in real trouble. So my prediction for this match is Switzerland 1-0 against Algeria. I think it'll be tight, tactical, and probably decided by one moment of quality or a set piece. Well, those are my predictions for the next 3 rounds of round of 32 matches. Do you agree with my picks? Can Croatia pull off another famous knockout upset? Can Algeria shock Switzerland? And will Spain's defense continue their incredible run without conceding? Let me know your predictions down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdowns, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And for clarity, for Portugal, they didn't finish first in their group, so this might be a tough match against Croatia. I'm just keeping you that in mind.